Welcome everyone to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lloyd 212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's up, everybody?
All right, dudes, what's going on?
I'm going to screen share this in a second. This is an image. It's not really a spoiler because this was officially released. So
Okay, let's let you do Scott. Hey, Scott, you're muted.
Hey,
Okay. Hey, he's going to show a picture of Godzilla. Okay, yeah.
here we go.
Oh my God.
ooh, sweet.
So I
That
don't even think
is
there's
my
anything.
new screensaver.
That's a screensaver, yeah.
Yeah, I mean this is just
Oh,
amazing.
fuck.
That is nice.
Alex Ross, I'm putting it out there. Alex Ross, do this picture.
Yeah.
So this plane here is what a lot of people are speculating to be the Super X. Which of course was a vehicle used in the Heisei Godzilla series. There were 3 of them. This one is more reminiscent of the Super X3 from Godzilla vs. Destroyer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously the main thing in this image is Ghidorah. And
That ship is done, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
actually, I don't think it is.
Really?
I think it actually is going to make it out of there because I think all the main characters are on that ship right now.
Okay.
So, the protagonists, I should say.
Yeah.
Other than, of course, Godzilla. But, yeah, I mean, this is just, you can see some subtle differences in each head.
Yeah.
Specifically, the middle head has 2 rows of spines going down its back, where the other ones appear to only have
Yeah.
1, which is a nice touch.
That means that's the main one, and they're the secondaries?
Yeah. From what I've heard, what the rumor is that like the middle head is apparently like the one that's the most intelligent, whereas the other 2 are not as intelligent, but they each have their own level of intelligence, I guess.
Okay.
And we know that this Ghidorah is portrayed by 3 different actors doing motion capture or performance capture.
Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, this is a great image.
Art. That is art.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if you look closer at the faces, they do look different.
Yeah, they each have kind of their own thing going on.
Wow.
Now, what was interesting about that is the last trailer that came out, the actor that actually portrays the middle head of Ghidorah, he did a YouTube video of himself reacting to the trailer because he had said, I only know what Ghidorah does in this movie. And, so I don't know anything else really. And his reaction was great. I mean, he was just losing his mind when he saw everything. He was just like,
wow.
He was like a fan, just kind of like going crazy.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine what that's like, knowing that you portrayed one of the most famous monsters in film history.
I know.
It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I can't wait. The more that comes out, the better it seems to be. And this image was, again, Michael Dougherty had a quote from the Bible with it. He seems to be doing that a lot, really kind of tapping into that whole, these are not just monsters, they're not just animals, they're quote unquote like biblical events that take place, So, I mean, it's just, I can't wait anymore. I don't even need to see anything else. Just release the movie. Just do it.
Put it out.
I mean, shut up.
Here's my money. Yep. There you go. Wow.
Yep.
So, is Bumble, not to change the subject, because you can't really change the subject with that, but we were talking about Bumblebee the other day, and I don't even see it dropped.
Yeah.
Like, Spider-Man moved back up, and it moved down.
Yeah.
What are you getting from this, Chris? Are they, like, now not going to do anything with Transformers with these side stories, or what?
I think it's done.
It's done.
I honestly think that we're going to see one of 2 things. We're either going to see, the more likely thing is a complete reboot of everything.
Okay.
Because apparently Bumblebee, despite what many people thought, including myself, apparently Bumblebee may not be strong enough to hold a movie by himself,
Right.
I know that there were other Cybertronians in the movie, obviously, but, the main one is Bumblebee, obviously, in this film.
Right.
So I think what they're going to do is do like a hard reboot, because and what's interesting about that is that while The Last Knight came out just a couple of years ago, the first Transformers movie is like 12 years old. So
Right.
I mean, you almost like have the people that watch that have grown up. So maybe now it's time to go after another younger crowd, maybe.
Yeah.
Or you try to get everybody, and you go with a director that's going to tell a really good story with good action scenes. That's the thing I think they're going to do. I think they're going to do a hard reboot. The more unlikely thing is that they try to get Michael Bay back to do another film.
Oh, come on. I'm sorry. Bay's good, but if we're going to do a hard reboot, then let's go.
But you don't think why do a reboot if they could fix it?
Because I don't think anybody's interested anymore.
Okay.
With Age of Extinction did very well because of overseas, but The Last Knight did not do well really at all. Yes, it made money, but the story and everything was just so, like, even for a Transformers movie, was just so convoluted and just didn't finish anything that I don't think anybody cares anymore.
It felt like one of the last. It almost felt like the Russell Crowe Robin Hood movie. Action, action, action. Oh, here's a few talking. Action, action, action. Oh, here's a little bit of plot. Action, action, action. I realize people go for an action movie for action, but there's certain directors that can do it in just such a way to where you're entertained and you still get enough of the story to where you want to see more.
And none of the action in The Last Knight was really that great. So, I mean, I honestly think that they're going to go for a hard reboot, and we're going to see maybe another Transformers movie in like 2025. That's, something different.
Wow.
I honestly, here's my thing. Hasbro they're in a very weird situation right now because they could potentially do something with Transformers, but what a lot of people are forgetting is that they now have the complete rights to do whatever they want with Power Rangers.
Yes.
So there were
Michael
rumors
Bay
that
doing Power Rangers?
Huh?
Is Michael Bay doing Power Rangers?
No, Hasbro is doing Power Rangers.
Okay.
So what they could do is they could say, you know what? Let's give Transformers a rest for a couple of years.
Right.
And let's really push out Power Rangers.
Okay.
And because there were rumors that they were planning on doing more films.
Okay.
Now, whether they're going to be connected to the other one, I highly doubt it because that was more of a Saban thing. So I think they're going to do like their own universe of Power Rangers films. But we know that they are investing a hell of a lot of money in the toy line that they're releasing. So I have a funny feeling that if that does well, which it looks like it's going to.
They start with toys and they push the movie.
Because they're adapting one of the more popular Sentais from Japan, Go Busters, into the next Power Rangers season.
Oh, wow.
So I can honestly think that we're going to hear about a Power Rangers film from Hasbro in the next year or two.
Wow.
And they're going to give Transformers a rest for a little while.
Well, isn't Michael Bay doing Turtles, a new one, sequel?
I don't know if that's been confirmed yet.
Okay.
So he might be, but what kind of happened was that we got this Bumblebee film, and everybody is like, "Yeah, it's great," and then they look at it and they go, "Well, it's not doing anything." Like the producers are like,
everything was out, like Aquaman, Spider-Man, Mary Poppins. It's like, why would you put it out like when everyth's out?
It was honestly, now we can say for sure that this was an awful time to put that out.
Definitely.
Not to mention that I thought the marketing for it was pretty bad compared to what other Transformers films had.
Yeah.
This was
horrendous.
really tame.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
So I mean, they did all these things that
advertisements for it.
Yeah, I mean, they did all these things that people were like, "Oh, Transformers would be great if it did this and this and this," and maybe they're right, but it came out at a time that now the producers are looking at this and they go, "Yeah, that didn't work. We're going back to the old way."
Yeah,
I mean, that's possibly what could happen.
It could be Michael Bay ringing up his doorbell. I'm telling you right now.
I wouldn't
Made
be
billions of dollars.
surprised.
Why not?
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody up there like De Bonaventura or one of those guys, if they've already been on the phone with Michael Bay.
I'm pretty sure they have.
It wouldn't
And
surprise
he's
me.
like, well, all right, I'll come back in a year. I'm telling you right now, he'll be back.
Yeah,
He needs a break.
I think if he takes some time off, maybe he
Yeah.
does other things he's wanted to do. You know, I
But I
mean,
know he really wanted to do a third Turtles, and that I thought that was confirmed already because they did circulate that 6 months ago. So I don't know about them filming it, but I know that was approved. So I don't know.
I don't know.
But what else would he do? I mean, he always tries to do all new stuff, right? New
Yeah, I'm
versions of all
assuming
the-
he's probably gonna. There's probably other things that he wants to do because we have to remember he's basically been working on Transformers since 2007.
Yeah.
It's 2019. You know, I mean, I know he hasn't worked on it, since The Last Night, but The Last Night is not that old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, it takes a toll. These directors sometimes, whether you like Michael Bay or not, he's still a human director. He's gonna get tired of doing this stuff.
You know what though? It's one thing to be tired of it, but he is taking a break off from it. But he's getting tons of money to do it though, and not only is he getting tons of money to do Transformers, but they're allowing him to do other projects. What's up, Connor?
Hello.
They're allowing, like, if they give Michael Bay a new contract, you can better believe he's going to be asking for other things to do, and they're going to say yes.
Michael fucking Bay.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Well, here's the thing, Connor, right? The guy made you billions of dollars, right, for Transformers, regardless of the last one that he did, right? And Bumblebee tanked. So do you get him on the phone and you say, yeah, could you do more Transformers? I mean, he did make you billions of dollars. Billions. I'm pretty sure they're going to call him up.
I would go for quality over anything else, and he cannot provide quality. So,
but he can provide box office draw. Like he will give them profitability. That's what they want. Money. Give you $200 million to make it. He makes $1,600,000,000.
Bumblebee did well though, didn't it?
No.
No. Even when I watched it, it wasn't much of a draw for me.
It came out when Aquaman and Mary Poppins and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and all these movies are out, and it got lost. It got lost. Yeah, it got lost. In fact, now it dropped, and Spider-Man rose up in its spot. So now Bumblebee's dropping, and Spider-Man's going back up. It's weird. So it got the wrong time for it. I mean, just too many movies against it. But which brings me up to the point, I think we were talking about this, Chris, right? I said, why would you release Hellboy right after Captain Marvel, right next to Shazam, right before Avengers? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, it's going to get creamed. It's going to get massacred.
Yeah, Hellboy's one of those like niche audience kind of thing. Like I know he's got a lot of fans,
I agree.
but the appeal to Hellboy, it doesn't appeal to everybody.
It's a January release, just like you're going to put out Underworld '87. It's going to be in January. Well, Underworld always comes out in January.
You know, I just don't understand. Like, they got to be smarter than this, unless their research is telling them something differently. But
no way, they didn't think anything through.
Well, no, because they don't do these things without researching it first. So there's obviously a reason why. Yeah, there's obviously a reason why they're doing this that we don't know of. But I do agree, though. I don't really understand this placement. It's kind of like.
Did Disney really research Solo coming out? Like,
yes, they did. That's why it went out when it did, because they knew it wasn't going to do well.
But why would they want it out if it's not going to do well?
Because that movie's production was a friggin' shit show.
So
they were like, we better cut our losses.
Yeah. All right.
They couldn't put it out in December. No way.
Yeah.
It would have gotten destroyed. It would have been like Bumblebee.
Right.
So no matter where they put it out, they were.
Right. It's done. No sequel. It's done.
And that wasn't a movie that needed to be made.
Right.
I liked it, but it didn't need to be made. Nobody wanted to see a Han Solo movie.
I agree with that.
So now I'm telling you, had that been another character, new character, other character that doesn't get a lot of attention, maybe it would have done better. But with Hellboy though, I have a very funny feeling that it's not going to do as well as they're hoping, and then you can forget it. That's 2 Hellboy attempts that have failed. You'll never see him on screen again.
Exactly, and that's what's going to happen, probably. I have a thing, Chris. Why doesn't Star Wars just put out like an evil movie with an evil point of view from the perspective of the Sith, like Darth Plagueis or whatever? Why don't they just put a movie out like that?
I don't know. Maybe it's because they're still in this mode that they're afraid to do new things because they're afraid that people are just going to lose it. It seems very stick with what we know is bankable, or at least what we think is bankable, i.e. a Solo movie, which didn't work. Now my thing is, Rogue One did very well, and that was a halfway new. Well, it was a new cast, but it just wasn't the story wasn't necessarily groundbreaking, but it worked.
Right.
It worked. It had issues, but it worked.
Yeah.
Many honestly, if you, and I'm not even joking when I say this, if you ask people, even people who are not happy with what Disney is doing with Star Wars right now, they are still out there with a positive view of Rogue One.
Oh, absolutely. I love that movie. Absolutely.
So, I don't know why they don't take these anthology. I thought that was the point when they first said we're doing anthology films. I thought it was going to be, so that's where your new characters are going to be.
New characters, not like Jabba the Hutt the movie or Yoda grows up and tells
then all of a sudden they were like Solo and this one. And I'm like, okay, I want to see an Obi-Wan movie, because I'm an Obi-Wan fan, so I'm biased. But
and Kathleen Kennedy, you'll see Orlando. Yeah, okay, shut up.
Well, Lando, the only reason that they said that was because when Solo came out, the one positive thing that everybody kept talking about was how well Glover did Lando.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of lukewarm to. I thought the other guy I thought Ehrenreich, who did Solo, did a better job. But, I don't know. It's a good question, though. I don't know why they don't announce, hey, we're doing a, Sith origin movie. We're doing I'm telling you, I'd love to see a friggin' Palpatine movie.
Yes.
I would love to see a Palpatine show. Because if they could do it half as well as they did in the Plagueis novel, that would be the best thing that they've done.
Right.
So, I don't know. I don't really know why they're not doing that. But I think after episode 9 is when we're really going to start to see, okay, we're not constrained by the trilogy anymore. Here's all this other stuff.
Mm.
Potentially. I could be wrong, but.
Right. So we're going to have episode 9. And then what the hell are we going to have in the movies after that?
I think they're going to announce the Game of Thrones guys' trilogy.
A trilogy.
Oh, wow.
That's the one that I want to see the most.
Wow.
Because I think Rian Johnson is still a hot name right now, and they're like, let's not announce his trilogy just yet.
I thought he got degraded to the streaming service.
No.
Oh.
No. Apparently that's still happening at some point. But what I think they're doing is they're saying, let's not focus on Rian Johnson's thing. And I'm going to get back to a point on that, because I think they're waiting strategically for something to happen before they announce anything with Rian Johnson. But I think they're thinking, hey, what's hot right now? Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So if we announce, hey, you love Game of Thrones? Well, we got our Star Wars guys now working with these Game of Thrones guys. So look for that. I think after episode 9 they announced that. But Ryan Johnson has a movie coming out this year. I think it's this year.
Knives
Called
Out.
Knives Out. That is very, very anticipated by a huge amount of people.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Right. So if that does well, that's when I think they say, okay, now you're getting your trilogy.
But if it bombs, he loses the trilogy.
If it bombs, then I think they go with something else.
Right, they're losing.
What exactly is the trilogy? Is this the one they've been talking about where it predates the actual series, or this is?
No, nobody knows what. There are 2 trilogies right now. We know that there's one being done by these Game of Thrones guys and one for Ryan Johnson. That's all we know. They haven't released anything except the only thing that they've said about Ryan Johnson's is that it is a completely separate story. It does not connect. It's in the same universe, but it doesn't connect to the main story at all.
Is he? Is it lying in the Outer Rim or whatever, or the other?
I think so. I think it's probably going to be something like that. But as for the Game of Thrones guys, they haven't said anything. A lot of people think it's the Old Republic, but
that would be great.
Yeah, that'd be great. I do like the Old Republic.
I'm gonna say that it's probably not. I'm gonna say that it's probably. I think they're doing the Origin of the Jedi, but I don't know. We have to
see this movie, man.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I could even suggest a director that I think that should take on that Benioff and Weiss trilogy. Miguel Sapochnik.
Who?
Miguel Sapochnik.
What has he done?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. See.
I'll tell you some of the episodes he's done. Hard Home, Battle of the Bastards.
Oh shit! Battle of the Bastards.
He's doing 2 episodes in series 8 that are both the massive battles.
Jesus.
Of the series. So, and probably the biggest battles of the series that we're ever going to see. So
I can't wait for Game of Thrones.
And he's also doing that. He's doing a film either this year or next year with Tom Hanks, I think, called Repo Man?
Oh yeah.
Is that a remake then? That's going to be of the original Repo Man movie.
No, sorry, he did Repo Man before. It's called something else.
Okay.
I can find the name of it.
Wow.
Yeah, but he is an amazing director, and he should. I think that if they were to trust anyone with a film, it would probably be him, because I guess that they'll go for someone that they're familiar with, because I don't think that they'd necessarily direct it; they'd just write it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Game of Thrones is in March.
April.
Yeah.
And when is the spin-off happens the same year?
No, I don't think so.
No, they haven't even written it yet because they've been focusing on Thrones.
Okay, so it'll be another year, obviously.
Yeah, probably another 2 years, actually.
2 years, okay. But will it be called like Game of Thrones this or something like that?
That's an interesting question, actually.
I think that the one sort of like genre that they'll go for is quite dark. So
But they're going to keep the Game of Thrones name in the thing, right? Or no?
Oh.
You know how you have like Star Wars, The Force Awakens, or Star Wars, when Star Wars...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So Game of Thrones...
Oh, you're talking about the Game of Thrones spin-off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be next year.
Next year, 2020.
Yeah, because they're filming in February.
Okay. So it'll be Game of Thrones, the Targaryens, or whatever it's going to be.
It'll either be that or it'll just be called whatever it's called.
But it's got to have Game of Thrones in the little thing of it.
Because
it probably will, yeah.
This one what's the one that's got the Long Night title? Is that this one that's coming up? Or is that
yeah, that's the one that's going to come out next year with Naomi Watts and...
yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. And the thing that Miguel Sapochnik is directing is called Bios.
Bio.
Yeah, and it's got Tom Hanks in it and someone else.
Now who's doing the Rogue One prequel?
You mean the Cassian Andor show?
Yeah.
They haven't announced that, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still to this day, I still question why Cassian Andor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
why?
No, that's a good question. Yeah, it's like out of everybody you could have chosen out of that gang.
That's a bad idea.
My thing is, it's like, okay, you don't want to do a Boba Fett show because you're doing The Mandalorian.
Right.
I get that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But why? What was the problem with doing a show about like a Jedi or a Force user who isn't a Jedi or a Sith, and they're trying to figure out, what they want to be?
Mm.
Why
I think
couldn't
that
it
would
be
be
a
compelling.
series be about young Palpatine?
They
Just,
could do that.
just like him growing up, and then he having the actual actor in it at some point in time too.
I mean, there were a lot of things that they could have done, but
Mm.
I feel like, again, that they're in this mode of like, we're gonna do what's safe,
Yeah,
and we're
they're
not
they're
gonna.
so safe. And,
That's so stupid.
That's the thing that they have to. If there's one criticism that I can give them, it's that I feel like Disney, whoever's in charge there, not Kathleen Kennedy, but like around her, is like they've got their hands in, and maybe it's her too, but they've got their hands in this stuff, and they won't let go.
Just
They
put an
won't let these-
Obi-Wan movie out.
But they won't let these directors do their thing. It's always got to be like, no, you can't do that because of this. It's like, why don't you just let them do their story?
So you think if Han Solo wasn't altered, it would have been great?
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh.
I'm saying
I was going to say that, I guess.
I'm saying because even before they went in there and changed it, the things that were coming out about what the Lord and Miller were doing were not good.
Right.
It was not good news,
It was a goddamn fucking joke, basically.
Yeah. So I just think that I think Solo was probably doomed shortly after it began, because. Yeah. But now, had Solo done really well, we would be in a different boat right now, because then they would have announced everything. Anything you could imagine would have been getting a movie in the next 10 years. Like they would have had like an IG-88 movie ready to go or something like that.
So stupid.
But I don't know.
Jaw was the movie.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That Game of Thrones spin-off, the two guys that Benioff and Weiss are not involved.
Mm.
Oh.
It's George R.R. Martin and Jane Goldman.
You know what kills me? I remember when they were pushing Discovery and they were saying Discovery was the fucking Game of Thrones in space. Yeah. And that is such crap.
Granted,
that is an insult to Game of Thrones.
Series, and it was good, but it's no Game of Thrones.
That is an insult to Game of Thrones, like totally. I mean, they should just. That's a disgrace.
I mean, they'll label anything Game of Thrones. It's about creating a level of expectation and hype,
right?
That will get them where they want to be.
Yeah.
I think Discovery is going to be canceled because it's just crap after season 2.
I think it's pretty fucking obvious that like Lost and like Sopranos and all these amazing shows of the past, The Wire, I don't think that Game of Thrones will ever be repeated.
No, it's one of a kind.
It's done.
It's just one of those random flips of the coin to where
I don't even know if the spin-offs are going to do as well.
Honestly. If there's enough material to build a new empire around what we know of Game of Thrones, I'm sure they can do it again.
See, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Unlike Walking Dead, Game of Thrones is not having fatigue at all, right? Walking Dead's totally got fatigue. I mean, we are in season 9, right?
Because they killed off most of their main cast.
Correct, and
that's
but the thing is, now that we've lost all our characters for Game of Thrones, would us fans want to see a whole new cast for like a Game of Thrones spinoff, or will we be done with it?
I want to see more. I would want to see more because I want to see beyond the lands that we've seen. There are other lands that we haven't visited.
Yeah, but you know what though? Look what happened when they did the Enterprise. Like going backwards, and you can't do too much because you know what the history is in the future. So it's like you can't alter shit in the past, like make it where you can do. You really can't do too many different things in the past. So because the Starks have to be around, this have to be. I mean, like I don't know if it would. I don't know if it would be welcome.
Only if they do the prequel to Game of Thrones with the Targaryen's family.
Yeah, there is only one concept idea for a spin-off that would that wouldn't create instant hype, probably as much as the main series is already, and that is the Targaryen conquest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's like 50 dragons and like burning a city.
Oh shit!
It's immense.
Because solely who it was rumored, but solely who they was thinking about casting as that king, and I don't know if he would work, but it was Peter Capaldi they was thinking about casting him.
Yes.
I would lose my shit if Peter Capaldi was in Game of
They
Thrones.
thought that's what I heard, that they was thinking about casting him as the king.
I would lose my shit.
Yeah.
In fact, Philip might remember this. There was leaked information by a fairly reputable source that said that there is a Game of Thrones prequel coming up called Empire of Ash, which was by the creator, the guy that did either the first Godzilla or Kong Skull Island.
Okay.
Oh, Edwards or Jordan Vogt Roberts?
No, I think it was a writer. What's his fucking name?
Oh, Borenstein? Max?
Yeah, Max Borenstein.
Max Borenstein.
And it was about the Targaryen thing, and it's got like the show Bible, which is has all the information about what the show is going to be, how many episodes, and everything. Is 200 pages long.
Good Lord.
They've got this 5-series thing planned out, and it apparently he's read the whole entire Bible, and it is mind-blowingly good.
Jesus Christ!
And it's about how the Targaryen family came to be, and how they burned basically all the cities to the ground and everything. It's just massive, like carnage.
That was the one.
Right. Wow.
Tell you, man, that's gonna be epic if they can pull that one through.
Yes.
I would watch that.
And I think it's in development because George R.R. Martin said 2 months ago that actually the spin-off with Naomi Watts isn't the only spin-off in development.
When is he going to finish these damn books?
I don't know.
Jesus. Finish the shit.
But they've gone beyond that now, isn't it? On
Yeah,
TV?
they have.
Yeah, but that's the thing. When he does the books, is it going to be a different outcome?
As
Maybe.
different as the Predator 9 endings? Or?
Nude and Ripley? Yeah, no.
Maybe.
Maybe they'll show up in the ending.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
But the ending to Game of Thrones has been called revolutionary, and mind-blowing and unpredictable. So God knows what the fuck's going to happen.
Chris, I almost bought fucking Predator today. I almost took a walk over there, and then I'm like, nah.
See, I'm telling you, you were all gung ho to watch it, but now it's like,
It's like, do I really want to walk to the left, or do I want to walk on the bus to the right? I think I'm gonna take the bus. Yeah,
The
exactly.
bus.
Yeah, I know. Oh gosh. Yeah, I was on the bus, and then it was a new bus driver, and I saw how he was driving, and I was sitting in the front seat, and I saw that the front seat didn't have a thing, so I'm probably flying out the window. It was one of those old buses, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna move.
yeah.
And then the funniest, I know it's an everything show, so whatever. What are we looking at? Your laptop, Philip?
So I'm just trying to grab
You
something.
look like fucking Nosferatu with your fingernails. Jesus. All right, I'm sorry. I had to say that. All right. So anyway, then we got into a situation that I've never been before, where the bus driver didn't know what the stops were.
Oh, no.
Nice.
And he missed the exit. And people were like, oh shit, like don't go back because we're gonna go. This lady fucking yelped like, what? Like she flipped because she now has to go. I don't even know how she's gonna get to a stop. And I had to tell the guy, I yelled at him. I said, the lady, he got panicked. He pulled over. He's calling his boss to get the people want to get out of the bus. He wouldn't open the door. I'm like, open the door. I'm like, dude, they're trying to get out. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then they were like, yeah, stop there. Yes, stop there. So I hit my thing, right? So I'm walking towards the front of the bus. He didn't stop. He's like, oh, I missed it, right? she was like, and I was like, this. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm like, goodbye. No. All right, I had to shit out. I'm sorry. Sorry. It was very traumatic, you know. And then I was so traumatic, I had to buy a pizza pie and some
Yeah,
chips.
yeah.
So, you know.
Another one, huh?
But listen, it would have been my last slice, you know. So I was like, okay, there you go. Oh shit. All right, guys. I have to say something off there. So, all right. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Okay.
Bye for now.